Hello, how's everyone doing out there? I'm back with another song that we're going to learn today, and it's going to have our usual strum pattern, our old 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and strum pattern. Again, I remind you, you can download or print out this sheet for the strum pattern on my website, which is linked here. And we're going to learn one new chord. And this chord deserves learning all by itself because it's the F chord. You may have heard of it. You may have even tried it. It's got a reputation all of its own, and that's because it's a little tricky to do. I always say F has its name for a reason. Did I say that out loud? Frustration. There you go. That begins with F. So the F chord, the reason it is difficult is because you actually have to hold down 2 strings with 1 finger. This is the open chord version. There are bar chord versions. Don't go there yet if you're a beginner. So your first finger actually has to hold down 2 strings, the 2 bottom strings. That's not so bad, but then these other 2 fingers have to come on there too. So I'm going to hold up the chart here so you can see what it's supposed to look like. So you can see there how I've got that little sling over those 2 circles. That's your 1 finger holding down 2 strings. And then you notice you have your 2nd finger and your 3rd finger. And the 2 top strings, the lowest strings, are not played. So we're only playing the strings we hold down. And that kind of adds a little bit to the frustration because it's really hard to get a sound out of all those strings. So what I usually do is I suggest you work with just trying to get a sound out of these 2 bottom strings. And once you achieve that, then try to put your 2nd finger up there. So now your 2nd finger is on the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. See if you can get a sound out of that. See, even I fumbled there. Fumbled begins with F. And then if you get a sound out of that, try to put your 3rd finger on the string above that in the 3rd fret. So that is an F. Now I've been practicing a lot, so don't expect to sound anything like this for a while. You will see a gazillion videos out there trying to show you the easy way to play F. There is no easy way to play F. There's cheat ways to play F. But F is one of those chords that you just have to work on and work on and work on and put up with it not sounding good for a while. Now, one thing I should mention is there's actually more than one way to place this finger. You can do it like I do, flat with the knuckle flattened. So the knuckle, this knuckle here, is not bent, but it's flat. That's hard for a lot of people to do, but if you can do that, that's perfect. That helps a lot. If you can't keep that knuckle flattened, especially when you're putting the other 2 fingers down, then I would suggest try, and this is what I did when I first learned F, try going on the side, this side of your 1st finger. You'll have to be on a bit of an angle in order to achieve that. Sometimes people get better results when they're on a bit of an angle with that 1st finger. But like I said, it's just going to take a long time to get comfortable with F, and some people never really do. So don't feel bad if F is frustrating you. The song we're going to do today, it does have F in it, but not until the end. It's called Already Gone by the Eagles. So you will also find a link to this song that you can download if you would like on my webpage. What this song does is kind of interesting. It does something called modulation. And that simply means it changes key. So the first set of chords is all the same. And then at the end of the song, it changes those chords to different set of chords. It kind of has the effect of lifting something up, but it's called modulation. So what we're going to do first, I think, before we tackle the song, is we are going to work with F. Yes, just a little. Now, fortunately, this is the song I could find that has 2 bars of F, so you've got a bit of a respite. You're not in too much of a hurry. But it starts with a C, and then it goes to a G, and then it goes to an F. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 C's, 2 strum patterns of C, and 2 strum patterns of G, and 2 strum patterns of F. Okay, F and C, like F major, 7 and C, are kind of similar. So going between those 2 chords isn't hard, but it is F. So let's do 2 C's, 2 G's, 2 F's, just to practice that part, okay? So here we go, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then F, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, back to C. And you remember you thought C was hard? Then G. And then F. We're going to go around one more time. C. And G. Okay, so fuddle your way through when we get to those chords. Like I said, they're at the end of the song, but the rest of the song earlier on is G, D, and C. So if you look at the very beginning in the intro of the song, the very top, we do just 1 strum. In the first 4 measures, we do just 1 strum for G, hold it for 4 beats, then 1 strum of D, and hold it for 4 beats, and then we have 1 strum of C, but we hold it for 8 beats or 2 measures before we start strumming. So I'm going to play through that first, just by itself, just so you understand how that works. So we'll go to G first, and I'll count us in, but this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, and then C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then we start strumming G. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, even that was slow. We're going to do it even slower than that, of course, because we do everything like a ballad in the beginning. But let's go back to the beginning, and we'll do that again. And you'll notice that that 1 strum thing happens in the middle of the last chorus, and that's where it modulates, where it changes chords or keys. So that happens one more time, and there's a couple of repeats in here. The other thing I want to point out is down here there's a little instrumental section where we do that line 4 times. We're just going to do it twice. If you were playing along with the song, then you would have to do it 4 times in order to match up with the song. But we don't really need to do it that many times, so we won't. Okay, so let's start from the intro, and here we go. 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, and then D, 2, 3, and then C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to start strumming G, D, C. Okay, here comes. Well, I heard some people talking just just the other day. And they said you were gonna put me on a shelf. Well, let me tell you, I've got some news for you, and you'll soon find out it's true. Then you'll have to eat your lunch all by yourself. And the chorus, 'cause I'm already gone, and I'm feeling strong. I will sing this victory song. Ooh, my, my. The letter that you wrote me made me stop and wonder why. But I guess you felt like you had to set things right. Just remember this, my girl, when you look up in the sky, you can see the stars and still not see the light. That's right. And I'm already gone, and I'm feeling strong. I will sing this victory song. Ooh, my, my. Okay, here comes the instrumental. So just twice through, same chords. G. And once more. Well, I know it wasn't you who held me down. Heaven knows it wasn't you who set me free. So oftentimes it happens that we live our lives in chains that we never even know we have the key. But me, I'm already gone, and I'm feeling strong. I will sing this victory song, 'cause I'm already gone. Now here's where we're gonna change key, so stay on C, 'cause I'm already then G. Ready, gone, our famous F. And I'm feeling strong. Plow through, I will sing this victory song. 'Cause I'm already gone. Yes, I'm already gone. Already gone. Now it says to repeat and fade, so we can just kind of a little softer, a little softer. That's good. We can end there. Okay, so that's Already Gone by the Eagles. Now, that F is going to be frustrating for a while, as I said. So work on it a little bit more, maybe than we did in the video today. Just keep plowing with it. And yeah, it's just going to take time. So we learned a couple of things. We learned that F chord, and we learned something called modulation, which you will hear in a lot of songs. Next time we'll do something a little different. I hope you're all keeping well out there. If you have any questions, I'm going to do another Q&A video when I have a couple more questions. If you have any questions about any aspect of it, please ask. And that way I can respond to you and interact with you a little bit more. Otherwise, we will see you next time.